Good evening, collectors and Hulkamaniacs. It's your boy Crazy E, double E-I-E, Crazy Eddie from Bigger Boat Collectibles at 1400 Osborne. Reminding you that if you want it, we got it. We ain't got it, we'll get it. So get it while the getting's good. Evening. Right now I'm just hanging out down in the basement, doing a little moving around and stuff. I've seen a couple things I thought I'd show you guys around. I keep saying I'm going to do a video one of these days and show you some of the stuff, so here we go. I think I showed you guys some of the stuff in the case. Down here, I got a little case on here. Just down there's some Masters of the Universe. Sorry, the lighting's kind of bad in here. There you see the Winged Eagle World title. That's a real belt with metal plates. Got a coloring book there from Dukes of Hazzard. Some Masters of the Universe figures, an old costume down there. There's the Hulk Hogan Sports Illustrated. And down here below that, that's a replica belt just sitting there. Oh, that thing's heavy. Down there you see the WrestleMania 3 program magazine. That's what they handed out at the Pontiac Silverdome if you attended the event. Got a General Lee down there in the way down there in the back and the bottom. That's autographed by Bo Duke to my son Colton. I got the Danbury Mint General Lee there, the HG Toys, the McDonald's Happy Meal case, of course. Got some old Remco Halloween figures, some Dukes of Hazzard, other figures and stuff down there in cars. Got the Mego Dukes Hazzard figures there with the car. That's pretty cool. And the old Deca Dukes Hazzard set. I remember when I was a young kid, waking up on Easter morning and had those dishes with some candy and stuff in it. That's pretty cool. Up here I got some old wrestling cards. There you see the big gold world title. Right there you kind of see with the glare, there's Hulk Hogan's rookie card. I got another one up here in my Hulk Hogan stuff up here, the yellow variant. There you see my WWF coffee mug. Some VHS tapes, a bunch of stuff here. The Ramen Racer generally, that's pretty cool. This is my Venom phone holder. You just, I have a Deadpool one too. You can set your phone there and just, hey, how's it going? I have a Deadpool one too. It holds controllers, like video game controllers, you know, whatnot. A lot of the stuff that you're going to see is available for sale at the shop at Bigger Boat Collectibles, 1400 Osborne, because I do got doubles of most of the stuff, a lot of the stuff. If you see something you like, you want to know about, let me know. I'll do another video or something up here. I know I told you about the old LJN figures. There's the original 89 Hogan. There's like the 84 Hogan. A bunch of old shampoo bottle. Pretty much any Hogan figure you want. The old glasses, I got a couple of those. Hall of Fame ring. The old Rock and Wrestling sticker book. There's an autographed Hogan figure. There's a boot. If you watch the documentary of his, he was talking about those boots. Look in your wallet. There's a new version of the LJNs. Here's some more of them. And down there. Got a lot more Hogan stuff over here. The foam finger. There's that costume. The old Ben Cooper with the vinyl suit and a plastic mask with a string around it. The old album, Pile Driver album, Wrestling Buddy. And you're coming into this room. Here's a little case with some little cool stuff in it. This is kind of neat. Open this up. Don't want to knock over the PlayStation 5. Old Stephen King Creepshow comic. Halloween. This is kind of a rare figure. This Jason 3 3/4 inch Mezco figure. VHS tape. Halloween. There's a pack of cards. Got a bunch of figures up here on the wall. Some masks. That is from Jason Takes Manhattan. It's probably one of my favorite masks I got of Jason. There's a Halloween 2. Those are Trick or Treat Studios. Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Right there, those are Trick or Treat Studios. There's a couple of Trick or Treat Studios 1/6 scale Halloween figures. There's some NECA ones down there. This is kind of neat. It's a little 2-pack of figures got from Halloween 4. And here's another rare item. You don't see too often, the book, the novelization of Halloween. A lot of people don't even know they had a novelization of that movie, but they did. They got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I got that. I got Friday the 13th as well. This is another cool Jason mask I got. This is from That's not Jason Goes to Hell. That's Jason Goes to Hell. And this is New Blood, I believe. And it's got the, you can take the mask off and it's got the, pretty neat. Bunch of lunch boxes. Halloween 2. Halloween, some of my favorite lunch boxes. I got Friday the 13th there. Got another Halloween one down there. Here's some Mezco 112 figures. Some of my favorite figures there. They're a lot like the Trick or Treat Studios or the Sideshow figures. They're very detailed cloth figures, but these are about 6-7 inches, whereas the other ones are like 12 inches. Here's a bunch of extras. Like I said, this stuff is available for sale at the shop. I have duplicates of most of this stuff here. There's a big old replica mask. Some more figures and posters. That's pretty cool. But anyways, what I was going to show you, here's Michael Myers, Gremlin. Was in this case here. We got Leatherface statue up there, mask over here, my gun safe. You have a couple AR-15 in that. Some more stuff in there. This case, some of the stuff fell over, but some of the stuff's kind of neat. I collect a bunch of weird stuff, not just the average, you know. There's a room key from Friday the 13th. This mask fell over. It's pretty cool. There's air freshener, figure, the game, shot glass. There is a Sideshow collectible figure that's a higher end figure. That's one of my favorites. It's not my favorite version of Jason, but one of my favorite figures are Sideshow collectibles. I love those. They're cloth. They're very detailed. I don't think this mask, no, it does come off. Oh, do that another day. I don't want to knock the figure over. That's pretty cool. There's a Sideshow Michael Myers from Halloween 2. That's one of my favorite masks. That's a Halloween 2 version before he got shot in the eyes. There's a tombstone. Some old decals back in there and air fresheners. This is cool. My friend Jared got this for me from Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. And he went to California, I believe, and got this. I have a couple of these. All right, this one is Halloween. And down here I got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Speaking of, here's my Texas Chainsaw Massacre lunchbox back there, and the Sideshow Leatherface. And Jaws down there. I got the Jaws Super 7 figure. There's a lunchbox, wallet, the books. And here's another glass that my friend Jamie and his wife got from Universal Studios for Jaws. It's pretty neat. I love these glasses. But anyways, like I was telling you before, my Mount Rushmore for Halloween, or for horror figures: Jason, Michael Myers, Leatherface, and Bruce, Jaws. I have a bunch of, most of the collectibles that I have are from those movies. Like over here, the Jaws stuff. There's a cool Jaws figure. Popcorn bucket is a Jaws head. The mouth opens up and you put popcorn in it. There's a pop cup. It looks like one of those barrels. There's a lunchbox. And some more stuff, but there's a bank down there. Pretty cool. But anywho, there's some more figures and trinkets down here. Down there, there's a pumpkin. These are some of the things that I enjoy collecting. Stuff that I collect, like I said, is stuff that I enjoyed when I was a kid. When I first started collecting or anything was, I first started off collecting like Masters of the Universe, and that's because my uncle he worked at Coast to Coast, which is now True Value. I went down there with my parents, and they had some Masters of the Universe figures, and then I got one and got hooked on Masters of the Universe. And then some point along the line, my dad, I think, rented a video from, I think it was called Stars and Stripes video back in the day. It was over by Kmart, and it was a wrestling video. And they had a match with Don Morocco and Jimmy Snuka in a cage. And I watched that, and I got into wrestling, started liking wrestling. And then got into those LJN figures. And then somewhere along the line, I think how I became a Packer fan Here's a cool story. Is my brothers were Bears fans, and they were doing the nerdy, stupid Super Bowl shuffle. Every Sunday morning, WWF would have a show on called Superstars of Wrestling, but they would change it to the Bears game or whatever, so I just didn't like the Bears. Had to go against them, so who else should you pick? But there are rivals, the Green Bay Packers. That's how I became a Packers fan, so that's my other childhood thing. I got a bunch of collectibles, Packers stuff. This room used to be full of Packers stuff. And then I started getting more of the other stuff, and I kind of like spread it out a little bit. So I got some Packers stuff in the other room over there. I got my wrestling, and then the first horror movie I ever seen was Jaws. Terrified me. Like I said, when I say that, it's because like you can watch Halloween and still go out and trick or treat and have a good time. You watch Jaws and you go into the ocean, and it kind of affects you, makes you look around a little bit. So that's where Jaws is. It's like probably affected me the most of all the horror movies. I'm not afraid to go in the ocean. I have, but I do think every time I go in there, I'm like, what's that shadow over there? So Jaws there. And then the second movie I believe I seen was Halloween. I remember my parents were watching around Halloween or something like that and seeing Michael Myers do that little Undertaker type sit-up thing behind Laurie Strode after she stabbed him in the neck or in the eye or whatever it was with the hanger in the closet. Was freaky. So I just fell in love with horror movies after that. So those are the main things I collect. Also Dukes of Hazzard, because, always was a Dukes of Hazzard fan back in the day. Pretty much any of the old shows that had the muscle cars, like Smoking the Bandit with the Trans Am, or Starsky and Hutch, or Dukes of Hazzard with the General Lee, or the Fall Guy with that was an 83 GMC Sierra. I love that truck. So a lot of those old shows had those cars or whatever based on them, and that's what made people watch them, I think, was more the cars than the acting or even the storylines. But I was into the Dukes of Hazzard. But anyways, that's some of the stuff I got here. Not just at my house. This is my basement. But I also got stuff over at the shop at Bigger Boat Collectibles at 1400 Osborne. So stop by and check the stuff out. I appreciate it, guys. If there's something that you've seen in this video or any of my videos or anything like that you want to see, let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know what it is, and I'll show it to you. I'll tell you if we got it available to purchase or whatever you need. If you watched this far in the video, I appreciate it. Please follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Helps us out a lot. Helps us get our name out there so people stop by and see us. Like I said, we've had people that seen our videos from Washington. Had somebody send me some chocolate whiskey from Washington State. We've had people come from Kansas. We've had people come from, Macomb and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. Really does help us out a lot if you just share the videos. Follow us. Appreciate it, guys. Until next time, this is Crazy E saying, stay hydrated.